Most golfers who struggle with their driver consistency, you can almost every time put it down to a combination of path and club face. So it's really hard to say that everyone has the same issue or problem. So I'm going to focus on one area, and that is being able to start on the line that you pick with your driver. And as I said, path and club face will influence that. So the key factor with being able to hit it on the line that you pick is to make sure that your setup is good, and then are you delivering the club the right way. So what I've got here is a pull noodle or a start line indicator here that's going to give me feedback on whether my ball starts on it, to the left or to the right. So then you can then work on which one is the most important fundamental. Is it club face, path, or a combination that's not allowing you to do that? So what we're going to do here is have a look at it and say, listen, starting that ball on the line, we have to get the path so that the club face is facing that at impact. If the club is coming from an outside to in path, you're going to start the ball generally left. And if you're coming too much from inside to out, the ball's going to start out to the right, which means you have to adjust the club face. So what we want to do is have as little face rotation as you possibly can. And we want with the driver for the club to arrive, and it's on a shallow angle, which means it's slightly from an inside path. And we want to make sure that the club face stays square through and past the ball. So a really good training practice drill for you to do here is just for little swings. And if you can, make sure that from here, you hit some half swings and see if you can get the ball started on line. If it's moving this way, it'll start left. If it's moving too much from in to out, it's going to start to the right. So start with some small swings and allowing your body and your arms to sync up so that you can start the ball on line. So I'm going to hit a ball here, and we can see the indication here of where does the ball start in relation to that start line for me. You can see that that ball started a fraction left, and it was reasonably straight, and it just sort of fed off to the right. So I know that I've got to work on my club face not being as open as that shot there. So had a little bit of fade, right center, but reasonably close to my start line. So this is the first step for you to be more consistent with your driver, is to make sure that you can measure where your start line is with the driver. Is it too low? Is it too high? But most importantly, is it starting on the line that you are picking? Really interesting test to do, and from there you will then have to decide whether the club face is too open, which means there's going to be some curvature and start line to the right or to the left, or is it the path? So that is the first step of getting more consistency with your driver, is to measure your start line with that particular club, the driver.